Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Happy Monday. Let me just get through this floor real quick and we will be off on our electric type tier list. We have this one, I think 5 more after it to do. Electric type's gonna be interesting. Electric is a very good defensive typing, but in general, they lack coverage. They all layer up. Wish I could keep some of the Soothe Bell, Soothe Bell luck for future runs. Gotten so many Soothe Bells. I'm not gonna worry about it. Still haven't gotten Picky Peck. I finally got Carbink, but let's look at electric types. Yeah, we have Psychic, Ice, Dragon, Dark, and Fairy, and that's it. After this, let's start with Pikachu. I did decide to do Pikachu and Pichu, just because Pikachu's got a partner form. Actually, you know what? You can get to partner form Pikachu through Spiky-tailed Pichu. So we'll do this. Alright. So, instead, let's start with Magnemite. We went over Magnemite a couple weeks ago in the Steel-type video. This thing's just kind of solid all around. Sorry. Fighting off a bit of a cough today. If I can't get through today, I'll probably continue this on Wednesday. So, below average HP and attack, but really good defense, really great special attack, good special defense, below average speed. Electric Steel typing is really nice, especially when you combine it with a Levitate passive. Its abilities aren't anything insane. Sturdy is probably the best one here. Not quite slow enough to take advantage of Analytic, but you could try. Sturdy is just the most consistent one. Parabolic Charge lets it heal pretty easily, which can take advantage of Sturdy more. Flamethrower is pretty good coverage. Ice Beam is amazing. Thunderclap, it's Sucker Punch for electric types. It's good. Even if you're just like catching it and using it, Thunder Wave is solid. Tri-Attack is solid. And then you have Flash Cannon and Discharge. You can also set up screens if you want. Yo, Copy, how you been? It's been a little while. I think for the ease of use, just kind of overall, we're going to drop that guy right in there. I don't think it's S. I don't think it's quite got the bulk or the speed. And, it doesn't get a setup move anywhere in its set. I don't even think it gets in here. No, it can definitely do really well. I think it's A and probably high A. Yeah, I just don't think it's quite enough to get through Classic kind of on its own consistently. I think it's A or high A, but I do struggle putting it in S. Especially when you have things like Zapdos sitting in S. Even Raycal. I don't know if you were here, but I did mention that. Well, it's definitely really good. I just don't quite think it's at the same kind of tier as some of the really hard hitters of electric types. Which is why I put it here. Put it here for the steel typing as well. I will find out, but it's probably this, maybe that. I want to say one of these two has insane egg moves that might do it. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be too many S tier electric types, unlike the last few tier lists where there's been quite a few. It would not surprise me if this ends up top 2 or 3 of A tier, though. Would not surprise me at all. Okay, I can reevaluate at the end. Electrode. I mean, not good HP, bad attack, below average defense, usable special attack, special defense. This thing's just fast. I mean, I use Magnezone a lot. Like, it says I only have 2 classic wins, but I've definitely used it more than that. Yeah, no, it's good for that as well. Again, it's very solid in A tier. Oh. Alright, that's a, I mean, people also get different value out of different Pokemon, so. Alright, back to Voltorb. Or Electrode. Soundproof, not great. Static is fine enough. And then you have Transistor. Powers up Electric-type moves. Egg moves, Nasty Plot. Getting Nasty Plot and Frost Breath on something this fast definitely helps. That's kind of what saved this. Fusion Flare is also there. It's just only has 5 power points. Electro Drift is also nice, but again, only has 5 power points. But yeah, Nasty Plot and one of the best type coverages in the game on something with 150 base speed is going to be really, really, really nice. In here, screens, discharge, there's not a ton. Very sorry, are you talking about Electrode or Magnezone still? Also, is there anything I need for Electrode? Or, Voltorb? No, I have everything. Okay. You have moved on? Okay. Yeah, no. Last week we did grass. Oops. And I had, Hisuian Electrode in low A tier. I think these just both go in low A. Because Hisuian Electrode does the same thing, basically, just with grass typing. Hisuian Electrode costs 3 instead of 2, or half a point, or 1 point instead of half a point. But it's kind of the same thing. Gets Nasty Plot, Frost Breath, and Apple Acid. Maybe you move it up a tad for Apple Acid instead of Fusion Flare. I thought they weren't going to do it. Yeah, I think I'd put this slightly higher. Even though you have slightly more weaknesses. But yeah, I think they go in low A tier. If I had an A minus tier, they'd go in there. Alright, time to find Eevee. I am all over the place today. Also, Copy, can you yell at somebody for me to give me the Picky Peck egg? Or give me the last Picky Peck egg move, please? Look how many of them I've hatched. Look how many of them I've hatched. 165. Alright. Jolteon. Below average HP, below average attack, poor defense, really good special attack, good special defense, and really great speed. Well, Carbink took me 180 hatches. Sounds like that. Still, this good of a special attack with that much natural speed is a really, really good combination. Volt Absorb is also pretty cool, and you have Transistor. Volt Absorb is more if you're switching this into something. You can do it. Yeah, I mean, if you have the combination of high base speed and a usable attack or special attack stat, especially if you have like a setup move, it's a really potent combination. You get no retreat. You do get stab on Zippy Zap now, which is kind of cool. Wish you might be able to take advantage of, but you're not the bulkiest evolution. And Boo Burst can be spread early on. You do get Buzzy Buzz just by leveling it up. And then you get VV Volley for whatever reason. But in here you also get T-Wave, Discharge, and Thunder if you want. And then, where is it? You don't get any ice type moves. That's annoying. Yes, I get it. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. It's you either got to run that or a electric ground type Of which, are there? Stunfisk is the only one I'm thinking of right now. Sandy Shocks, okay. You have a Calm Mind to set yourself up through TM. I think this thing is fine. I do actually think it's A tier. I think it goes above these just because of its stats. I think so too. It's kind of a shame it's not. But I think just its stats and overall usability, even if I think it falls off a little later, puts it there. But I mean, like, that fast, that much special attack. Transistor power, get up more. Got some stuff in here. Need TMs for coverage. That's kind of like the biggest thing. But some utility in there with T-Wave as well. Yeah. Alright. I think that's going to be pretty common for a lot of electric types, depending on their egg moves. If their egg moves don't help them, electric types suffer with coverage in general. I mean, Zapdos was the best flying type. There's a case to be made for Zapdos to be the best Pokemon in the game. Static, it gets Drizzle. And then these. Fair enough. Magic Bounce is so funny. I found out Magic Bounce can bounce back taunts. Won me a Draft League game a couple years ago. This thing's insane. Get the Storm moves with Drizzle, and they added in Mystic Rocks. You get Thunder through level up 2 if you want it. You get Electro Shock to boost yourself. Calm Mind to make yourself a little tankier. Yeah, I mean, they tried to taunt my Trick Room setter. It got bounced back onto their Grimmsnarl. And I pretty much immediately won the game. I got Trick Room off with Torkoal already out in the sun. Yeah. This thing's arguably the best Pokemon in the game. You need Drizzle to really unlock it, but Drizzle enables all of it. Yeah. Zapdos is here. Yeah. The only thing I'll say is that it struggles against 195 Rayquaza. If you have Electro Shot boost set up before then, you could be fine with Bleak Wind. Yeah, 195 is like its biggest hurdle. And maybe really its only hurdle. Still really outstanding Pokemon. I still need more shiny variants for it. Nope, not quite. Chinchou. Although I'm trying to go a little fast today. I got something going on tonight that I want to get ready for. Really great HP, poor attack, poor defense, slightly below average special attack, special defense, and below average speed. But it doesn't absolutely terrorize and roll over everything else in the game. Yeah, I like Lantern too. I wish it was a little bit better. The fact it gets Volt Absorb or Water Absorb is kind of cool. I do like Illuminate, but that's because I'm a sucker for lore abilities. Regenerator with this high of a base HP is also pretty cool. Thunderclap, Bouncy Bubble, Thunder Cage. Tail Glow kind of saves it a little bit, even though it doesn't have the best speed. But like Thunderclap and Tail Glow is a very, very potent combination. Thing about Regenerator is like it has it, but there's no pivot move. There's no U-turn, there's no shed tail, there's no parting shot. Volt switch. Oh yeah, it doesn't even have volt switch. It can get it through TM. I don't love Thunder Cage as an egg move. I also don't love that it didn't get any coverage in here. It got more electric and water type moves. So like, it didn't get any help besides that. Yeah, Blizzard. Dazzling Gleam. I mean, Dazzling Gleam's good to have, especially with Tail Glow. It's Ice Beam. So it gets options in TMs, but you gotta find them. Signal Beam, yeah. I want this thing to be better. Tail Glow definitely helps it, but it still has got, like, below average speed. I think it goes there. Where exactly in there it goes, we'll find out. I think it's definitely usable, especially... Yeah, it only costs 2 or half a point. Yeah. Alright. Pichu. Let's talk about Partner Pikachu first. It's fast. Usable attack, slightly below average special attack. It's fast. Get static, lightning rod, static or lightning rod, and sturdy. Nasty Plot through level up is nice. Nuzzle is kind of always nice to have. Zippy Zap, Iron Tail, Discharge, and then all the Let's Go Pikachu moves, which gives it like decent coverage. Moonblast, Triple Axle is absolutely insane. Triple Axle is arguably the best move in the game. Seems like that's just Partner Pikachu. I guess. Fiery Dance is also really good, and then Aura Wheel. They did split it up between physical and special, which I don't love. Fiery Dance is also a really good move. Again, Triple Axle is one of, if not the best moves in the game. I think it's pretty solid. The different forms have different A abilities. Or passives, sorry. As you see here. I believe they also get different level up moves. Oops, that caused... Yeah, Meteor Mash, Icicle Crash, Draining Kiss, Strict Terrain, Flying Press. They get slightly different movesets. Stats stay the same though. And then we have G-Max. Huge amount, like a lot of HP, really good attack, below average defense, good special attack, slightly below average special defense, and good speed. Gets lightning rod and thick fat. I guess he is a chonky mouse. He is a chonky mouse. Level moves, they're the same. He just becomes stronger, hits a little harder, and becomes a lot bulkier. Yeah. Talk about normal Raichu first. Not great HP, good attack. They're like well below average defense. Good special attack, usable special defense, good speed. Good speed's the big one. Static lightning rod. It gets electric surge as its passive, which is pretty cool. You can do some stuff with that. Doesn't list its egg moves. It's the same as this. So with that, yeah. You get a decent amount of utility, though. You do get Zippy Zap. You get Thunder Wave, Double Team, or even Sweet Kiss. Nasty Plot through level up. Again, that's really nice. You get Nuzzle to replace that. You have lots of options in here. And then you also have a Alolan Raichu. Same stat spread. You get the Psychic typing. You get Surge Surfer, which on electric terrain doubles its speed stat. You're already naturally fast. So I don't think this is as good as it could be. But I mean, you still get to go really freaking fast. And you have Nasty Plot. You also get Psychic now, just when you evolve. Yeah, there's Nasty Plot. You get anything else in here? No. You really just get Psychic. This one's tough to do. I think it goes here. The access to a G-Max to different forms, Nasty Plot through setting up, solid egg moves, and like the different Raichu forms, I think it goes there. It's got a lot of different things you can do with it. Alright, one of my favorite Pokemon of, like, all time, Mareep. I also loved, in Pokemon Myth, they had this guy. Oops. They had this guy as a regional form of Mareep, and I freaking loved it. I never finished Pokemon Myth, but it was so cool. Anyway, Mareep. Good HP, slightly below average attack, slightly above average defense, great special attack, good special defense, below average speed. Static plus is kind of a meh. Electromorphosis is very cool. It gets Ice Beam, Parabolic Charge, Core Enforcer is really good, and it gets Tail Glow. These are all outstanding egg moves. Like, these are all really, really good egg moves. Unfortunately, we look at the 55 speed. Yeah. Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, you're really not going to care all that much about. Same with kind of Zap Cannon. You get Dragon Pulse just by leveling up. Electro Ball, you get Power Gem. You actually get some coverage in here. Rock, Dragon, Electric. Fairy? Yeah, you get decent coverage in there. Again, plus those egg moves. And then also, you have a Mega. And you get even slower. Get the Dragon typing, so Core Enforcer gets Stab. Get more special attack, more defense, more special defense. But you get slower, which might not be it. Like, you're already slow, so losing that extra 10 speed's probably not a huge deal. You get Mold Breaker and Electromorphosis. Mold Breaker could be cool. Lets you get around things like Volt Absorb. Sturdy. I mean, Tail Glow definitely helps. It's definitely better than Lantern. Like, that's not even close. I think it's got better coverage than the Voltorbs. It's just... And probably better abilities, too. No, I was thinking about just dropping it here. Those egg moves are kind of nutty. Like, best coverage typing in the game. Spread move that also heals you. Best special attacking setup move in the game, this or Quivered Ants. And then amazing spread stab, or spread move that hits hard that you get stab on when you Mega. And then, like, even without them, you have plenty of coverage in here. Yeah, I mean, I could see the case for it to go, like, all the way up here. But I think for now, I'm going to put it there. Oh, yeah. Alright. Elekid. I actually love Electivire. I think it's a really cool mon. Slightly below average HP, but really great attack. Below average defense, but good special attack. Slightly above average special defense, and good speed. Motor Drive. I mean, that's kind of cool. It's electric immunity with a boost in speed, which doesn't hurt. And then he gets Sheer Force, which is a really cool ability for this guy. Fire Lash, Zing Zap, Mountain Gale, and one of the two best physical setup moves in the game. It's this or Victory Dance. Shift Gear's nutty. Mountain Gale is really good. You just got to get some wide lenses. Fire Lash is also cool. And Zing Zap is just solid. If you don't have egg moves, you really lack coverage. Just through your level up set. Got some options in here at least. But you really want egg moves. At least a couple of them. I think this is just kind of a solid mon. It only costs 3 at most, 1 for a little bit. But again, it's got solid stats. Those aren't insane, but like they're solid. Solid, like Motor Drive's a fine ability and Sheer Force makes it better. Solid egg moves. I honestly think this is another A tier. Honestly, I'm thinking about it here. Just because he does get Shift Gear. He does get Mountain Gale. He's got higher base speed. It is. Yeah, I think there aren't going to be a lot of S tier electric types, but a lot of A tiers. To the point I might move the electrodes down. I think he's just got a little bit more going for him than Jolteon. Like, I could even see him here. I might have put Pichu too high. Yeah. It's just a really solid mon. Put it there for now. Then we have this guy. Raikou? Don't freaking know. Good HP, above average attack, slightly below average defense, great special attack, really good special defense, and fantastic speed. Wow, okay. Pressure, inner focus, meh. It gets Beast Boost. A legendary with Beast Boost, I mean, I think we know where this is going. Parabolic Charge, and Nasty Plot, and Frost Breath. And Electric Drift, just for good measure. Yeah, it's got some really good shinies, too. I want to get to Tier 3. I don't know what it looks like, but... Calm Mind through level up, too. Like, if you don't want Nasty Plot, you want to go for a little more defense. Extra Sensory is also kind of good. Doesn't get the best coverage, and it gets... I don't love it when they give a Pokemon 2 egg moves of a type it already has. These three in particular are really nice. Like, I don't care all that much about Electro Drift. Like, Parabolic Charge and Frost Breath. And again, you could probably just run Calm Mind instead of Nasty Plot. You're gonna get Beast Boost anyway. You have Extra Sensory as well. Run, like, Extra Sensory, Frost Breath, Parabolic Charge, and Calm Mind. You kind of be in a good spot. I was gonna put it there. Yeah, it does. It gives it perfect coverage. Or at least it hits the only thing that threatens it. Also, I'll be right back. Give me like 5 seconds. Yeah, no. And Ice is the best coverage move in the game. Or coverage type in the game. Which is absolutely nutty. It goes there. I don't think it's as good as Zapdos. Wow, that's kind of insane. 3 of them are the Magnemite. Of course they are. Steel types are busted. Alright, Electrike. Okay. I love Electrike and Manectric. I don't think it's great. It doesn't need it. I was just talking about more of a design philosophy of putting 2 types that it already has in egg moves. It feels like a waste. I really like Manectric. These stats ain't it. Below average HP, slightly below average attack, poor defense, really good special attack, below average special defense, really good speed. I guess if you're going to put stats in something, special attack and speed are probably where. Static, Lightning Rod, minus. It gets Flash Fire, which is kind of an interesting immunity. Yeah. Frost Breath, and Frost Breath, Nasty Plot, and Electro Drift. Is this the third Pokemon we've seen with these egg moves? Like these three? Heat Wave is cool as well, just inaccurate. Definitely want wide lenses on this guy. You do get Fire Fang in there as well. Thunder Wave, Bite, yeah. There's not a ton. You should have seen me losing my mind on water. This thing does have a Mega at least, which is at least, I don't know, very rock band lead singer hairstyle. I don't know. You get a little bit of bulk, like a little bit, and then you get faster and hit harder. You get Intimidate. I mean, you do what you were already doing, just marginally better with a little bit more bulk. Which I guess helps. Again, you still have Nasty Plot with this amount of speed. I mean, Frost Breath always crits. And Ice Beam's also 100% accurate. And has a chance to freeze. So it's just kind of like, do they have boosts that you're trying to push, like punch through? Do you have like Sniper, which I don't know if anyone gets Frost Breath and Sniper. Yeah. Ice Beam, and I think even Freeze. Like, Ice Beam has the same damage output. At 100% accuracy. I like Freeze Dry as well, just for the water coverage. Yeah. Alright, also, I think I'm going to do this. I just don't think they're in the same tier as, like, even Mareep. Oh, okay. It's like, do I put this at the top of our B tier or the bottom of our A tier? You know what might be the deciding factor? Oh yeah, it's 100% worse than Ampharos. Alright. I was gonna say, if it's 3 points, it's definitely going in the top of B tier. At 2 points or a half point. I still just don't think it does enough. I think it's going there. I think there's a big enough gap between Ampharos and that. Alright. Plusle and Minun. Real quick, do I need anything for Plusle? No, I have everything. Okay. Make sure I didn't need a nature. Yeah, I mean, even then, there's better doubles ones. I can't believe these guys cost 2. Poor HP, poor attack, really poor defense, slightly above average special attack, slightly below average special defense, good speed. Plus or Lightning Rod and Power Spot. Flamethrower, Glitzy Glow, Splishy Splash, Tail Glow's interesting. This guy did save me during a couple runs because of Tail Glow, Glitzy Glow, which was interesting. Yeah. These are fine. Glitzy Glow's kind of cool. Splishy Splash is cool. These are at least cool coverage moves. Tail Glow's a great setup move. You have 95 base speed. You do get Nuzzle, which is also pretty nice. The 95 speed and 85 attack do help it. Because of Tail Glow, I honestly don't know if I can put this thing C tier. Which sounds crazy. Yeah, Lantern does get Tail Glow. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm putting it above Lantern. It is faster than Lantern. Might even have a higher base special attack? Yeah, it's even got a higher base special attack than Lantern. Its defensive stats outside of HP actually aren't that much lower. I guess 40 defense hurts, but... Lantern does have better abilities. But I don't know if I could justify putting this thing in C tier. I think there's a decent gap between them. But, like... Man, this is, like, the first tier list I've really wanted to do, like... A- and B-. Gee, what would it be? Alright, let's see if mine lives up. Same thing. This actually has a little more defense and less attack. That's interesting. Less special. So this thing's a little bulkier at the cost of some of its offenses. And I do mean little bulkier. This also gets Volt Absorb? You got Lightning Rod. Alright. At least those are usable. Ice Beam, Batty. You also get Tail Glow, but you get Ice Beam, which Plusle didn't. Yeah, I think so. You also get Sparkly Swirl to heal status conditions. Ice Beam is probably better than Flamethrower. At least in Pokerogue. You also get Tail Glow? Do you get Baton Pass as well? Like... I really like Ice Beam. Yeah, yep. I agree. And one got, what'd you get? Oh, you got Splishy Splash, okay. They're not bad. Imagine if you could do doubles and just putting them next to each other. Power spots. One's got Lightning Rod. One's got Volt Absorb. You could just discharge. And heal. And... Tail Glow. Yeah. That'd actually be kind of scary. Anyway. They're not bad. They're not good, but they're not bad. Alrighty. Yo, Elements, what's going on? Welcome on in. How you doing today? Let's talk about Shanks, who I need more shiny variants for. I'll get there. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. We'll see. Probably doesn't help if I look at Shinx's stats instead of Luxray's. You mean, Luxray, the electric dark type? Usable HP, great attack, usable defense, good special attack, usable special defense, slightly below average speed. In Pokerogue? We'll find out. Rivalry is a little too inconsistent. Intimidate's really cool. The fact it gets Guts is interesting. Does it get Guts normally? Like, does it get Guts in the mainline games, or do they just give it to it? It does. Today I learned. Speed boost. The speed boost is kind of nutty. 120 attack, and then you just start getting speed boosts. Really good ability. We've talked about it. Triple Axle is arguably the best move in the game. Yeah. Yep, Fire Lash, Zippy Zap, and Bolt Strike. Again, I don't love giving a Pokemon 2 egg moves of the same type. It already fucking is. But fine. Bolt Strike does make sense, at least, with Speed Boost. Triple Axle. If you get a multi-lens as well, Fire Lash is pretty cool. No coverage in here. I mean, you get Crunch. Because it's a dark type, right? Biggest thing you're missing here is a way to set yourself up physically. I guess you have Guts. You get Sword Stance to level up? Or for 2 damage? No. Do you get Bulk Up? Or Power Punch? Is it Magnezone? I don't even remember which egg moves are. Magnezone doesn't resist Fire Lash. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know my electric resist as well as I should. Ooh, that's a big one, Elements. I'm still missing the additional Zapdos shinies. I haven't farmed them out yet, though. I'm trying to go for all of the egg moves in the game at the moment. Right, what I was looking at. I'm not getting it. Copy. Yeah, you don't have a way to physically set yourself up outside of Guts. I will say, though, with Speed Boost and those egg moves, that high of an attack stat and Guts. Rotom Heat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have gotten there. I got the electric part of it and wasn't putting the rest of it together. Maybe, oops. Maybe even here. Again, Speed Boost goes crazy. Triple Axle goes crazy. I've played this game way too much, Elements. I have a tier 1 shiny for every Pokemon in the game. I have... What up? I have 79% of all of the tier 2 shinies and just over half of all the tier 3 shinies. Well, I mean, what kind of is it missing, Copy? Again, it doesn't have a physical setup move. But it's got really good base attack, speed boost, and Guts, or Intimidate. Its egg moves are kind of insane between Triple Axle and Bolt Strike. Because again, Bolt Strike does... No, I'm getting Bolt Strike mixed up with Bolt Beak. Okay, hold on, I got Bolt Strike mixed up with Bolt Beak. Fire Axle is still really good. Okay. Maybe here. I have trouble moving it too much lower. Yeah. I got it mixed up with Bolt Beak. That's my bad. That is definitely my bad. You still have Zippy Zap. Which is essentially 75 base power. Yeah, we're not really going to get into fusions for this tier list. These are more like kind of standalone stuff. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I could put it here, but I have trouble putting it below Picho. And this is also classic mode, so getting DNA splicers in classic isn't something you should rely on, really. Alright. Everybody's favorite world champion. Yeah. Everybody's favorite world champion. Pachirisu, who I need more shinies for. I'll grind out at some point. Yeah, I don't have enough. Below average HP, poor attack, slightly below average defense, really bad special attack, good special defense, good speed. Did put cuts in attack? Yeah, okay. I like Pachirisu. Again, there's a lot of electric types I like that I just wish were better. This thing is great as a utility mon to keep in your party. It gets pick up and honey gather. So it's kind of like Cutiefly in that regard. Also gets runaway, which you don't care about that much in classic. In endless, it's really good. We're not talking about endless. Gets Volt Absorb. Freezy Frost, Sizzly Slide, Slack Off, and Thunder Cage. Just try and get status conditions down. Kind of where it is. Slack Off is interesting. Because, like, you're slacking off with what bulk? You don't really have much. However, you do get Nuzzle, which is the big one in here. A couple other things, but... if I'm being honest, this might be our lowest... electric type so far. It's not designed to be a carry. 1 second, guys, sorry.
We bury with no name. It's just the machine or echo. 名もなき茜 still the blaze. 生きた証は今消えない傷が残ってる。
Alright, sorry about that, guys. Let's get back to it. Decided to just take the chance. It's been about an hour since I went live anyway, so I'm like, you know what? Yo, Han, what's going on? So I'm like, you know what? Let's just take the break now. Pachirisu is fine. No, I have an appointment early tomorrow morning, so just checking on that. My surgery keeps getting delayed because one of my blood tests keeps coming back weird, and they don't know why. Like, there's not really any reason it should be coming back weird. So tomorrow is just kind of another step for that. I can try to get the surgery. Anyway, Pachirisu. You know what I'm gonna do? I should have done this for some of the other ones. No, like, I feel... Well, I have a little bit of a cough right now, but that's my own fault. I feel fine. Like, this is the best control my sugars have literally ever been. Like, all of my other blood work is the best it's ever been. It's just this one particular value that is the one they care about is the only one coming back weird. We're putting Pachirisu in utility tier. That's what it is. I mean... Honey Gather, pick up, and then you have just status moves, and then you get Nuzzle through here. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm fine. Like, it's just figure out what's going on. It's just strange. We're not doing Rotom. I am doing Rotom for the different forms. So, whenever we get to their forms, that's when we're doing them. So we'll do Blitzel. Zebstrika. I don't know why. Well, I think I say it like that. When I was younger, I was watching 2010 World Cup? 2010 World Cup. No, was it 2014? Yes, alright, so it was the 2014 World Cup. And they had... They had a guy who had a name like Schrammstreicher or something on the German national team. And so that's how I always said it. So now whenever I see Zebstreicher or Zebstreicher, I'm like, Zebstreicher. I don't know. That's just what I do. I think that's where it came from. Anyway, small. Now, fair enough. Slightly below average HP, really good attack, below average defense, usable special attack, below average special defense. This thing's not bulky at all. Really good speed though. Lightning Rod or Motor Drive, or if you want, you could just get a grass immunity. Just get Electric Surge. I mean, Lightning Rod if you're going special attack for this guy, I guess. If not, you probably want like Motor Drive or Sap Sipper. Sap Sipper is the one that gives you an attack boost. You could always put like a 2-cannon next to it and fire a Bullet Seed into it. Hold up. I'm not getting any alerts on my end. Is anyone else having issues? Yeah, I think Sap Sipper's the best. I mean, Motor Drive is definitely still usable if you haven't unlocked the ability yet. Egg moves. Horn Leech is cool. Swords Dance is great. Especially on something this fast. Flare Blitz and Bolt Strike. Like, fucking again. Okay. I'll go back and watch the VOD, Han. Maybe it'll show up on that, but I'm not getting any alerts on my Streamlabs about issues to YouTube. Stop giving electric types Bolt Strike as a rare egg move. Please. The rest of these are pretty cool, though. You do get Flame Charge in there as well. Stomp. You want egg moves. just for some coverage. But I think this thing's fine. I don't think it's insane. The grass immunity is kind of cool. I don't know where that 3 came from, but... Chig moves did it have? Yeah. I mean, exactly 100? Oh, physical electric? You got Plasma Fist. So is it 100 or more, or exactly 100? $100 or more? Alright, so Plasma Fist is 100. Bolt Strike, Fusion Bolt. Is Volt Tackle over 100? I think not having a fairy or ice move holds it back a little bit. Okay. Have you ever done Pokedoku copy? Yeah. Okay. I think about putting like a Pokedoku channel up in my Discord where people could post their finished Pokedokus with spoiler tags for each day. So, alright, let's move on to... Again, I want to get through these a little quickly today. I got stuff going on tonight. Molga. Poor HP, slightly below average attack, below average defense, slightly below average special attack, below average defense. This thing's pretty squishy. Good speed. It's cute. Static or motor drive. Serene Grace is kind of cool, especially with that high of a base speed. You're playing a very dangerous game. Serene Grace and then being squishy. Icicle Crash, Zing Zap, Floaty Fall, and Electrify. Electrify is interesting with Motor Drive. It'd also be interesting if you have something with Lightning Rod. There's a reasonable chance you could like I use Iron Jugulus a lot. So, just put Iron Jug out against Eternatus, phase it, Emolga comes out, and then just electrify it every turn, continuously boosting Iron Jug. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Also gets Nuzzle, so makes it even easier to outspeed. Encore as well is pretty cool. This thing's weird. Because, like, Dangerous Game is, like, not quite a glass cannon. You're just kind of glass. But cool utility? This one's actually really hard to place. Ah, I know that's why you're here, Copy, and I appreciate it. Oh... Okay. Where would you put it without Electrify? Because yes, it can do that like every turn, but it doesn't have anything that does damage over time. So while it is like an infinite protect, are you just trying to PP stall? With Electrify. And without it... That... It can, but if it ever doesn't flinch... I don't remember my fighting list. That was like 2.5, 3 months ago. I thought they changed that. I thought they changed the King's Rock flinching with things that already flinch. Multi-hit. Where the fuck is King's Rock? I had to go here. My bad. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I didn't realize it had tabs. Does not apply to moves that already have a chance to flinch. There you are, Han. Yeah. Serene Grace still definitely helps. But again, if you ever don't, you're probably getting KO'd because... Look at that. Oops. I don't think this thing's A tier. We're not quite there, Han. We're trying to decide exactly where it goes. I honestly think Emolga goes, like, down in here. Oh, man. You have such a higher opinion of it than I do. Nice. There you go, Elements. Yeah, you gotta keep grinding out everything. I haven't been shiny grinding too much lately because I've been grinding out all the egg moves. Yeah. I mean, I like Emolga too. But it's got kind of one trick for most of it. For most of the classic campaign. And then like one maybe for Eternatus. It's the same price as Zebstrika. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Elements, but if it doesn't flinch, like, you're dead. And, like, you don't have much of a setup move. So you're not one-shotting things, so you open yourself up. Oh my gosh, that's actually adorable. If I move and I'm able to get, like, a better, like, room just for streaming instead of like my all-purpose room down here, I might have shelves behind me for stuff like that. Yeah, it needs more than this. No, I'm putting it here, copy. Sorry. This at least gives you a little bit of wiggle room, and it has Regenerator and Tail Glow. Yeah, I'll give it more of a shot, because again, I think I also need... Yeah, I need the Epic Shiny for it at some point. So I'm sure I'll use it again. But it's a cool trick. But if it doesn't work, you're in trouble. Alright, Joltik. This one gets vastly differing opinions. Also, let me check something real quick. Sorry, I still need nature on it. This one gets vastly differing opinions, so let's see. Yeah, I know a lot of people love Galvantula. Its stats aren't anything impressive. Slightly below average HP, attack, below average defense, like good special attack, slightly below average special defense, and good speed. Compound Eyes is really cool. Unnerve is also a good ability, and it gets Transistor. Let's Pokemon for We're not talking about. That's what we're going to find out today, Elements. Here's our tier list so far. Zapdos is at the top right now. Twitchon is sassy. Alright. Oops. Still, Unnerve and Compound Eyes. Compound Eyes especially is really cool. Wild Bolt Storm with Compound Eyes. 2 electric type moves. At least they do different things. Of course, I'm just fucking with you. No, not all legends are good elements. I think I've had some where I've had a few of them in B tier. But it gets Quiver Dance and Earth Power. So Earth Power hits, you know, flying or fire and rock. These egg moves are pretty good. Especially with Compound Eyes. I also get Sticky Web if you want to use it. Can be good. I really like Electro Web, actually. I just like spread moves. Thunderbolt, I mean, it's a classic. T-Wave as well. Does it not get T-Bolt? Gets T-Bolt through here. Quiver Dance, Earth Power, and like Parabolic Charge make it pretty scary. You run those even at like Sticky Web as well. Sticky Web is a spread hazard setter. Yeah, it's a hazard. Yeah. Yep. And with Compound Eyes is even easier to hit. One question. No ice or fairy type moves. Does get Earth Power for Eternatus though, which is good. Is weak to Eternatus' Flamethrower. Yeah. They get Energy Ball through here or through TM? Oh, through here. That is good to know. So if you don't have Earth Power, you still have that to hit the rock types. Damn. I think... Hold up, that's not... Yeah, yep. As long as you have compound eyes. Like, the only thing is how frail it is. It doesn't even have, like, one aspect of its defense or special defense it specializes in. But I think with Quiver Dance and Earth Power and ability to heal itself, I think this thing does enough. Yeah. Yeah, no, still good, for sure. Alright. Dynamo. Everybody's favorite. This Pokemon doesn't have a weakness policy. Or a weakness. Type weakness. They're right. Like slightly above average HP, really good attack, usable defense, good special attack, usable special defense, lower speed. Levitate and Poison Heal. Poison Heal is really interesting on this thing. It's not bulky, but it's not super frail. Levitate's, like, this thing doesn't have weakness. Scald, Strength Stat, Fire Lash, and Aura Wheel. This is kind of a what are you trying to do with this guy? Not really copy, sorry. It's just kind of like special attack and like maybe survivability with the burn, sustain, and then physical. This thing does get... I mean, Acid Spray, I love as a move. I really like getting like a multi-lens and doing this on a turn disc. It gets Coil, which is kind of cool. Right. It does give you a lot of sustain. The Skull just does seem random to throw in. $38, I think. $39. And you just need a stone. So you get it a little late. Yeah, before you get it, you have to deal with that guy. That's like Delibird stats. Well, not that bad, but... You get Thunderbolt and Acid Spray, Headbutt, T-Wave if you want it, and then really it's, like Crunch, Discharge, Coil, and Wild Charge, I guess. For TM. Yeah, it's super reliable. I think the egg moves are what irritate me the most about it. I'm trying to think. It does. That's the thing. Like, replace Scald with Ice Fang. I was going... It doesn't... Yeah, I was going Fang kind of because of the Chompers up there. Anyway, we're not going to get into what they should replace it with, but... Yeah, no, Scald is such a good move in general. It's just like it seems a little out of place on him. Yeah, unfortunately, like 2 Disrupt doesn't get as much value as just damage in Pokerogue. In my opinion, at least. Hold up, I'm not sure about that. You 1K to see the puppy. Puppy's doing well. She's a good girl. As a reminder, if you guys redeem anything on Twitch, let me know. I don't see the pop-ups in my chat. Yeah, it's... You know what? Replace Scald with Sappy Seed. That would be so cool. Yeah. Yo, Bob, what's going on? Welcome on in. Yeah, no, that'd be cool. Anyway, we're not going to get into what they should or shouldn't do. Yeah, I think putting it there is fine. It's definitely a solid piece to have on your team, especially for 2. Or half a point if you have all the cost reductions. Yeah, exactly. And then Strength Sap. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yep, go for it. Alright. Now we got this little shit. Stunfisk. Really good HP, below average attack, slightly above average defense, usable special attack, really good special defense. It sinks almost as slow as I am. Static Limber Sandveil. Storm Drain's a good, cool ability for this, though. Gives you immunity to one of your weaknesses with, like, a benefit. Thunderclap, Sandsear Storm, Strength Sap. Strength Sap's not off on this thing. You do have some bulk. Like, actually pretty reasonable bulk. Maybe not a full tier higher, but some of them definitely did. Sandsear Storm's also pretty cool. Thunder Cage, I still don't love, but at least it can make sense. Just kind of the whole trapping thing about Stunfisk. Nothing in this moveset excites me. Muddy Water? Discharge, maybe. I play this game too much, Marley. Yeah, no, I have like, if we look... Oops, not that tab, this tab. Yeah, I have all of the tier 1 shinies. Right here, I have half of the red shinies, the epics, and then I have 79% basically the tier 2s. I play this too much. This thing is not here to put out damage. I'm not quite sure what it's here to do. It can be annoying with Strength Sap. It does have good bulk. It can trap things in with Thunder Cage. But it doesn't really have anything to take advantage of them being stuck in there with you. It doesn't have any damage over time things. It doesn't even have a way to set itself up when they're stuck in with you. There's just not much here. Seems like they have an inkling of an idea of what it could be, and then no payoff for it. I thought that was Spore for a second. Yeah, that is really it. And then you're trying to, I guess, PP stall? Yeah. This thing's stats aren't awful, but again, it doesn't have a payoff. Like, in a lot of ways, I'd put it here. Maybe even here. How much does it cost? Does it cost 2? No, this thing costs 3. Yeah, no, this thing costs 3. 1 if you have all the cost reductions. Yeah. It goes there. Yeah, I think it's the worst one we've seen. Just doesn't quite come together into a coherent Pokemon, unfortunately. So, we'll put it there. Alright, now for a couple that will not be C tier. Let's talk about Thundurus. Electric Flying. Usable HP, really good attack, below average defense, really good special attack, usable special defense, and really good speed. Is that where I put it on the ground tier list? Ground tier list was like 2 months ago, Han. I don't remember that shit. I don't remember what I had for breakfast or if I had breakfast. Come on. This thing can hit hard. Its defenses do leave something to be desired. Prankster and Drizzle. Defiant boosts its attack stat, but then we look at this. Special, 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 special. This thing is wannabe Zapdos. At a point more expensive. Prankster can be good. There are some things you can do with Prankster. I believe you get T-Wave. Rain Dance too. Do you not get T-Wave? You get Wild Bolt Storm in here. What do you get instead? You get Frost Breath. That is a benefit over Zapdos. So Zapdos' big hurdle is 195 Rayquaza because of Delta Stream, turning off the rain. And Zapdos doesn't have a way to super effectively hit Rayquaza. Might and TMs. Frost Breath will hit Rayquaza. Yeah. It's got endgame potential as well. You do want to look for... Yeah. You also have Thunder. If you don't want to go with the Wild Bolt Storm, you have your choice of single target or spread. Rain boost and stuff. Alright, there's T-Wave. And then what I'm going to check... Alright, you get Nasty Plot through TM, which is what I was checking. So you don't have to rely solely on Electro Shot. Stab, yeah. Because Electro Shot can definitely get you there. It's +1 every turn. So hopefully at like the 195 fight, you just be like, Electro Shot, KO their first Pokemon. Electro Shot again. If they're using a grass type starter, you could go Nasty Plot instead of Electro Shot. They probably wouldn't stay in, but it just lets you ramp a little bit faster so you can get to the +6 before Rayquaza comes in. Yeah, I'm just thinking about, like, if they have a grass type, it might not one-shot a grass type boss starter from your rival. So you might want slightly faster scaling. So. That's too bad. Well, it was worth a shot, copy. Right, but then you don't get the boost, Han. That's what I'm saying. Like, the 195 fight isn't really about any of the other Pokemon, usually, other than the Rayquaza. So you want to spend a good chunk of that fight getting ready for that Rayquaza. It's kind of just managing the rivals' Pokemons to optimize your setup time. In my opinion, that's how I approach it. Yep. It's just different ways to do it. You have options. This thing is kind of just like slightly more expensive Zapdos, but with Frost Breath. I think it goes there. It's really good. Oops. Zapdos is slightly bulkier and slightly slower. You, by 195, hopefully you have 2, Mystical Rocks by then, and you have a 9-turn Rain. So I'm not super concerned about that. And you're not gonna have Rain against a turn this anyway. So you got some wiggle room. Because, Mystical Rock's only an Ultra Ball tier item. Yeah, hopefully by then you have 2. Especially if you have, pick up, you might get 1. It's not a super common item, but we'll put it there. Zekrom, somebody I need to farm out more shinies for. You and your baton pass, man. You love it. Good HP, absolutely insane attack, really good defense, really good special attack, good special defense, good speed. This is an alright stat spread for a Pokemon. Terravolt is basically Mold Breaker. Hadron Engine. Why? I mean, we've just looked at its stat spread and Hadron Engine. I haven't even looked at its egg moves yet. It might go higher than that, Marley. But yeah, I think that stat spread and Hadron Engine, almost no matter what its moves are, put it there. But no, I don't disagree with you. Then they give it one of the best moves in the game. Okay, it boosts special attack. That's something. Thunder's Kick, I guess, for ice types. Dragon Hammer, Dragon Energy. Still don't love giving a Pokemon 2 egg moves with the same typing for a typing it already has. But fine. It gets Triple Axle. It is, yep, and it's a spread move as well. It's Dragon type Eruption. Biggest thing here is only 5 power points and it's special. None of the other moves are special. It's a little weird. Still really good though. Fusion Bolt. It's hard. Outrage. Bolt Strike. Little inaccurate. Kind of the big things I see here. Little tough to hit fairy types. No physical setup. Ancient Power's not physical setup. You don't even get Sword Stairs. Yeah. This thing cost 8 or 6. Is it crazy I want to put him, like, here? Yeah. Maybe even here. Oh, so I forgot about something for Thunderous, so we're going to go back after this. Yeah. We're going to put it there. Which is crazy to say. Alright, what do we forget about Thunderous? Yeah. It has a Therian form. It's a lot more special attack. Loses some speed. It gets 20 attack. Do its defensive stats change? There we go. Yeah, no, Zekrom's a really cool design. But you get Volt Absorb and Drizzle. Volt Absorb is better than Defiant. It depends if you want Prankster or not, but Volt Absorb is nice to have on a flying type. But anyway, we forgot to mention it. Helioptile! I love this little guy. Low average HP, poor attack, poor defense, really good special attack, good special defense, and really good speed. Abilities. We'll get back to it. Sandveil, okay. Solar Power is pretty cool. Boost your special attack. Dry Skin is kind of what I think is pretty neat, and why I wish it had ground typing. Immunity to water, and you heal from it. But Sun basically turns, like, evaporates you. Interesting. Alright. Protean is really cool, and it really messes with the AI. Just something to keep in mind. But you get stab on everything. Weather Ball kind of makes sense. Like, if you look at its abilities with, like, Solar Power and Dry Skin and Sandveil. Like, there's different weather stuff going on there. That kind of makes sense. I'm not putting it in S with those stats. I really don't think I could put it in S with those defensive stats. Hydro Steam makes sense with Dry Skin and stuff. Earth Powers, good coverage. And Boom Burst. Stab is really good. Parabolic Charge is very neat. No special setup in here as well. It will fall off. And when it falls off, you got that. I think it's high A tier. It's way better early game and probably for like the first 100, maybe even 120 floors. But I think it falls off pretty hard. Especially once you start seeing boss Pokemon consistently. Right, what was I looking for? A nasty plot. Not even a Calm Mind. I think it goes there. I think it's very good early on. I think there's some cool stuff you can do with it. It does cost 3 instead of 2. But I think it falls off too much against some of the harder fights in the game. Like 145, 195, and 200, I think it just falls off too much. It's got Earth Power for 200, but it doesn't get Stab on it. And Emax Eternatus is going to tank that pretty well overall. Especially without a setup move. Like, I just can't put it in the same tier as Zapdos, Thundurus, and the dog. We're getting there, Han. Hold your horses. Alright. We'll do to 10. This is looking very Emolga-like. They're not quite that bad, but very similar. Below average HP, poor attack and defense, usable special attack, below average special defense, good speed. Cheek Pouch is cool. It gets pickup, plus is kind of throwaway. Pixelate is interesting. Pixelate's an interesting ability. Yeah, that's where we'll probably end up, but we'll give it some use. Or some luck. Boom Burst, Fake Out, Nasty Plot, Revival Blessing. I mean, Fake Out, Revival Blessing kind of puts it there. Pixelated Fake Out and Boom Burst is interesting. Like, it does have Nasty Plot, Pixelate, Boom Burst. And it has 101 base speed. Yeah, I think that could hit pretty hard. This thing might escape the utility tier. Because, yeah, it has pickup, but you could still go, like, Cheek Pouch. Parabolic Charge as well, or Volt Switch. Yeah. And then, you know... Does he not get Baton Pass? Yeah, exactly. Oops. What? Oh, I had my hands on the wrong buttons. That's what happened. Well, it's 140, and then you also get a slight boost from Pixelate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's Stab. Pixelate turns it into a fairy typing. You get like 10 or 20% extra damage on top of that. And it gets Nuzzle. Because, you know, Pikachu clone. Yeah. No, I don't think this thing has to be relegated to utility tier. I think Pixelate Boom Burst plus a setup move and the little bit of utility. Yeah, I think so too. Like I do think this is high A. Doesn't have quite as much speed as I would like. I'm going to switch these two. Yeah. Is it crazy to want to put him there? It's just like, you definitely need some egg moves. You definitely need Pixelate. It definitely needs unlocks. And if you don't get the KO, it's probably going down. But, I mean... Yeah. I'm gonna have to use that guy more. Do I need to? Don't tell me this is one I already have everything unlocked for. Give me some reason to try this guy, please. I already have all the natures for it, too. Fuck. Yeah, but I already have everything unlocked for it. I have all the natures, perfect IVs, all the egg moves, all the shiny variants. Alright. Let's go. Grubbin' lovin'. This thing is tied for the highest base special attack in the game for non-mythical or legendary. No. I don't. I earned these. I worked hard for these shinies. Slightly below average HP, below average attack, good defense, amazing special attack. Like 145 is insane. Slightly below average special defense. Really poor speed. Was it? Did we have it at S tier? And Levitate is good. Speed boost is also great. Takes 2 speed boosts to get to 86. And then another one to get to 107, 108. These egg moves are kind of busted. Calm Mind, Ice Beam, Earth Power are all really good. Even Thunderclap gets around its low speed. Thunderbolt. This thing does have a massive special attack, and Calm Mind definitely helps it. Bug Buzz as well. And the egg moves definitely help. For sure. Speed boost helps if you can get it there. Hold on, looking something up real quick. No, it wasn't. This was solidly A tier, Han. Yeah. I should have had Joltik higher up. That's my bad. Again, whenever I re-record all these for YouTube, I'll adjust them slightly. You're fine, man. I just want to go back and check. This thing's still good. Like, speed boost definitely shores up its biggest weakness. The egg moves are solid. But it really takes probably 3 turns for you to really get going with the speed where you want it. Again, you have Thunderclap to kind of get you through until then. Or like Quick Claws and stuff like that. I feel like it's very starter, like your rival starter dependent too. If your rival has a fire type, this thing is going to be really tough to use. If they have a water or even a grass type, you're probably going to get at least 1, maybe 2 speed boosts off. And then that might be enough to get you through the rest of the fight. Figure like, if they have a water type, you start with this thing, get a Calm Mind off, get a speed boost turn 1 while they swap out. If they swap into their flying type, yeah, you can always Terra Electric. You can Thunderclap, get another speed boost. I'm going to put it there. I forgot about Terra. I mean, you could Terra after 95. What did I do? Hold up. Okay, we did it. Yeah, we'll put it there. The egg moves help. Speed boost helps. Alrighty, we are doing Oricorio. Let's go to here. There it is. I'm actually grinding this guy because I need the last egg move. Please ignore the 115 eggs, 115 times I've hatched it. Ooh, I can actually get a candy for it, or an egg for it. Ooh. See, now I want to go grind out 10 floors real quick, just so I can get it, just so I can hatch it. I'll be good though, we'll keep doing this. Maybe I'll do it during my break, which we'll do after this. Slightly below average HP, below average attack and defense. Really good attack, below average special defense, good speed. Dancer, probably not much, especially because it's a doubles move. Adaptability is really good ability though. You mean like Picky Peck or Carbink? Yeah, they suck. Quiver Dance is amazing. Fiery Dance, Thunderclap, and it gets Oblivion Wing, which is an amazing move. These are all like really, really good egg moves. I don't care as much about Thunderclap. I usually replace it with Revelation Dance pretty quickly. But it's still solid. Get some stuff in here. Air Cutter, also very good. If you're like me and don't have Oblivion Wing. It's also a spread move. So after like a wide lens and then a Quiver Dance or two, this thing can clear through doubles pretty quickly. Got Baton Pass as well for Quiver Dance. Roost, if you want some sustain, there's Revelation Dance. And Hurricane. This thing's solid. It does cost 3. But it's pretty solid. It's consistent. Quiver Dance helps. I think I put it there. Again, these both have egg moves and really good setup moves. Or, sorry, ice moves and really good setup moves. This, doesn't. Yeah, it is very to get. Easy to get. There's a mystery event. It's pretty common on the island. Stuff like that. So, I'll take a quick break. I'm going to stretch my legs for a little bit, check on Frida Girl, maybe go to the bathroom. Thanks for hanging out so far. When we come back, how much do we have left? Oops. Let's see here real quick. We were down to here. Maybe we'll be able to get through all these within the next hour. I hope so. If not, be one more break and then we'll be done after that. Thanks for hanging out so far.
faith got bloom 間違いだらけの every page でも分されないこのステージ後悔じゃなくて近い That's what keeps me climbing in 見失っても消えない最に残ったね Shining side Don't need a sign 闇を抜けて find a line Even if I fall tonight 信じた道が right Hold on tight, won't close my eyes 涙の強さ けが残された Bleed and rise 影を裂いて進め血で描いた last defense 願いは叫びへ変わり Honorless and 邪魔に眠る巻き戻せない記憶 Now we're going no more Burning sky の下で Honor cracks 下に wait 終わりじゃない愛しを We bury with no name Ash to steel 魂の echo 名もなき墓で still 歌う blades 生きた証は今消えない傷が残ってる逆さまの正義が息を殺した Morning Light Final breath に刻まれた Oh Victory は誰の手冷たい雨に濡れてもこのバディは叫びを残す故郷が泣きそうじゃえこの差が火を灯す血の匂いが残るバトルフィードを試すもう誰も戻れない語られないたったん消すだけど
Alright, thanks for sticking around, guys. Hey, Volt. Hey, Ben, man. It's been a little while. I did not get the, Oricorio egg move. I did 10 floors on break. But I did find an epic shiny Poochyena, just randomly, in those 10 floors. So, that was interesting. I already had it. I think I have everything unlocked for Poochyena. It was just kind of funny. Yeah. Alright, let's keep going. Toga the Maru. Don't they stop? I keep. Alright. What do you mean I cheated? Yes, I cheated myself an epic shiny Poochyena, which I then proceeded to KO immediately. I do like this epic shiny. Below average HP. There's an ad break. Below shiny, below average HP, good attack, below average defense, super bad special attack, below average special defense, good speed though. Electric steel typing is interesting. Same as like Magnezone. Iron barbs, lightning rod, sturdy, and rough skin. They want this thing to be like anti-contact, which kind of makes sense based off the design, but doesn't make sense based off the stats. I know, man. Fake out, metal burst, meteor mash, aura wheel. I don't know what this Pokemon is supposed to do. Because you look at this, you're like, okay. Like, somewhat fast physical attacker. Great. Then it's just like, yeah, this thing just wants to take a hit and do some damage back. Just passively. If they make contact with you. If they don't make contact with you, fuck you. You don't get any damage back. Better hope they're not a special attacker. Fell Stinger is interesting. Spark, Zing Zap. I mean, Metal Burst, I think, is pretty not great in Classic. Fake Out has some utility. Or some use, I guess I should say. Yeah, I don't love this thing. I honestly think it goes there. It's just... Yeah. I don't think it's good. However, let's talk about this little guy. Below average HP, great attack, slightly above average defense, good special attack, slightly below average special defense, really amazing speed. Talked about it before, I'll say it again. I value high base speed more than I value high base attack or special attack. It's easier to scale your damage than it is to scale your speed in this game. Electric Surge? Sure. Dauntless Shield. Makes sense just based off the design. And it gives him some more beefiness, I guess. Would have liked some other stuff. Magical Twerk. Triple Axle. Sword Stance. Outstanding. Stop. Fucking give an electric type Bolt Strike. Damn. Common egg moves are busted, though. Common egg moves are really, really good. I mean, just like, I want all three of these immediately. Got some stuff in here. Nature's Madness has some utility against Eternatus. Brave Bird as well. Wild Charge. Nothing insane in there, but those common egg moves kind of make up for it, in my opinion. And you might be able to find something else in here. Ironhead's not bad. You get Stomping Tantrum. You don't get Stomping Tantrum, Headlong Rush, or Earthquake, or even Bulldoze? Doesn't even get Bulldoze. Yeah, which is kind of... Like, his special attack's not bad, but loses by 20 points. Yeah. There you got... Yeah. This thing's good. I know it was a terror for a while, not in Pokerogue. Its egg moves definitely carry it. And goes there. Yeah, it goes there. It gets Sword Stance Triple Axle. Yeah. At least they're all common egg moves. I will say that. Like, it is his common egg moves. I think I'm gonna put it there. He's 6. Magnezone is 4. But I think with Triple Axle and the ability to, and like Sword Stance, the ability to set himself up, I think it does put him over Magnezone. He also has Stab Fairy coverage. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Xurkitree. Usable HP. Good attack. Below average defense. An insane special attack. Below average special defense. Good speed. Beast Boost and Transistor. Well, if you could fix this guy's speed, you're in good shape. And he gets Tail Glow. which might be overkill. Gets Giga Drain to keep healing himself. Flamethrower for some coverage. The only thing about this guy is his level up coverage kind of sucks. And by kind of sucks, I mean he gets electric type moves and Power Whip. I mean, Tail Glow and Beast Boost is an interesting conversation. It's kind of which do you want to have the upfront damage that we can get Beast Boosts off? But like you probably have enough already. I think Tail Glow is overkill. I would have liked to see something like Calm Mind. He does get Dazzling Gleam, which is good. Calm Mind through TM. Yeah. I mean, it would be tough to give a boost to your speed. It would be very tough. Doesn't get Moonblast. Doesn't get Nasty Plot. But he does get Calm Mind and Dazzling Gleam, which are both nice. Out of curiosity. Even with plus speed, negative special attacking nature, special attack is still 4 points higher. I have 1 speed IV missing from him. It'd be tough to get it into speed. I think even after you Nasty Plot, I don't know exactly how Beast Boost works, but I think even after you Nasty Plot, it would then go back into special attack. Don't know that for sure, though. No Ice-type moves. Again, it gets Dazzling Gleam, though. Oh, I forgot to send a text. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I think he does rely a little bit. I can't even say that. Like, he's really, really good. You definitely need egg moves. I don't think his egg moves are as good as Tapu Koko's. I don't think he's S tier. You don't get Earth Power. Yeah. Because, like, this thing's not hitting Eternatus super effectively. All of his egg moves and level up moves get resisted. Dazzling Gleam hits neutrally. We're getting there. How much does he cost? Cost 6. Yep. Okay. Ah, Zeraora, yes. Above average HP, really good attack, slightly below average defense, good special attack, like really good special attack, usable special defense, outstanding speed. Volt Absorb and Tough Claws. Two nice ones to have. I kind of like just the pure white one. Sword Stance, U-Turn, Collision Course, add Triple Axle. Triple Axle, Sword Stance, add Tough Claws is a dangerous combination. Collision Course is fine coverage. Triple Axle also hits the ground types that threaten you. Fake Out is good. Gets Power Up Punch as well. So even if you don't have Sword Stance, you have Power Up Punch, get a multi-lens, you're doing pretty well. Thunder Punch. Plasma Fist as well. This thing's pretty good. Its stats are just solid. You're not the tankiest in the world. You're average to slightly below average. But your speed, the amount of damage you can output, and the fact you have Triple Axle is absolutely nutty. I forget, why didn't I have Tapu Koko in S? I know it was only 2 ago, but I forgot. They're very similar Pokemon in a lot of ways. Yeah, close combat or collision course as well. Collision course doesn't have the downside for a little bit less damage unless it's super effective. Yeah. It just doesn't have the fairy type stab. I'm gonna do this. I think at that point, that speed difference doesn't make that big of a difference. I think when you're in like the 80s and 90s, yeah, 10 to 15 points of speed difference makes a huge difference. You're at 130 and 143 or whatever it is. Yeah. Okay. I love this guy. I wish he was better. Also, sorry, I keep forgetting to do stuff today. 1 second. I was just thinking about that, and I don't know if we're going to. I was looking at it, I'm like, oh boy. Alright, Boltund. Below average HP, good attack, below average defense, good special attack, below average special defense, and it's fast. Kind of a glass cannon. Strong jaw plus sheer force is cool. Competitive. Except none of its egg moves are special. Sword Stance, Ice Fang, Thunder Fang. 2 electric type moves on an already electric type Pokemon, and one of them is Bolt Strike. Somebody find me a void I can scream into. It does get Nuzzle, which is really cool. No. I mean, it's got a special attacking stat that's equal to it, but all of its egg moves are physical based. Nuzzle is cool. You get Crunch. Play Rough is good coverage. You really have to dip into the egg moves to start taking advantage of the Strong Jaw, though. Do you get Psychic Fang? Yep. Alright, there's Psychic Fangs. Fire Fang. This thing's fine. 121 speed really helps, and then you combine it with Swords Dance. Ice Fang. That again. I think because of its speed, coverage, and abilities, it's pretty decent. It's all the Fang moves, yeah. I think I'd put this thing here. Again, it's fast, it gets Swords Dance, it has an Ice type move, Psychic type move, if you want it for Eternatus. And 2 abilities that synergize for even more damage. That'd be really cool. Do that instead of fucking whatchamacallit. Bolt Strike. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, Toxel. I love this Pokemon. Loved him since Sword and Shield. The Curiosity. Oh, he doesn't have all of his variants yet. Okay. We'll do this. Slightly below average HP. Good attack. Below average defense. Really good special attack. Below average special defense. Slightly below average speed. Punk Rock or Technician. And then Electric Surge is cool. Buzzy Buzz. Bug Buzz. Starking Aria. Torch Song. It gets Torch Song. Which is cool. Is there a huge difference between these? That looks roughly the same. Excuse me. Torch Song is insane. I also get Shift Gear. Shift Gear does help with just its speed. Gives you +2 in speed, so it's basically agility on this guy. You do get Boom Burst as well. Poison Jab for some reason. Overdrive is a good move. Almost think you need Shift Gear on him to help with the speed. Once you get that, you're in a really good position. You could take Torch Songs to boost your already high special attack, stuff like that. Look at the G-Max. I love the design. Your HP goes up, your special attack goes up a decent amount, so is your normal attack. You get a little bulkier and a little bit faster. Punk Rock, Electric Surge. Oh, it gets Magnetic Flux instead? I'd definitely take the other form then. Yeah. Oh, now I can't stop yawning. Sorry. Yeah, I think this thing's good. I don't think it's insane. Even with the G-Max. Torch Song definitely helps. Yeah, that is weird. I want to say there, it's not... I think that's too high. Hold on. That's too high. Yeah, it's too high. Psychic noise is good, but... Man, I love this Pokemon, but... all of its egg moves are resisted by Eternatus. And Rayquaza at 195. Yeah, no, that is really cool. He just doesn't quite hit the major threats you want him to hit. Or have the speed to do it. You don't have to be worried about paralyzed or poisoned if Rayquaza or Eternatus are just going to KO you before you can move. Yeah, we're going to put it there. Oh boy. Poor HP, good attack, good defense, good special attack, above, like slightly above average special defense. Awful speed. Lightning Rod or Electric Surge and Electromorphosis. It's going to be moving after something, so you're gonna get the boost. Trick Room, Volt Switch, Strength Sap, and Thunderclap. I really might just put this thing in utility. I don't even think utility is right. Because, like, Trick Room's not a thing right now. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really get anything through here. No, I don't think I don't think utility's right. Some sort of Trick Room setting disrupt. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe. Like. He costs 3. I must be missing something. Put it there because he's got decent stats outside of HP and speed. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, Morpeko. Below average HP, good attack, below average defense, slightly below average special attack, below average special defense, good speed. Hunger Switch. And Moody. Moody's interesting. I don't love it, but it's at least interesting. Triple Axle definitely helps. Obstruct. Not sure why. Triple Axle, Swords Dance, Inclusion Course. But again, this thing is surprisingly frail. Surprisingly frail. Yeah, I mean... Spark, Bullet Seed, Aura Wheel. Swords Dance, Triple Axle, and like Aura Wheel definitely help. Fairy types mess you up a little bit. Fighting types mess you up a little bit. How much do you cost? You also cost 3? I think I put it there. It's just so frail. Alright, Draco's ult. Excuse me. Good HP, really good attack, good defense, usable special attacks, like below average special defense, slightly below average speed. Volt Absorb or Hustle. Sand Rush is a no guard. Hustle, no guard. Hold up. Triple Axle with no guard. Dragon Dance. Gunk Shot with no guard and Fire Lash. Bolt Beak with no guard. Or Bolt. There's too many Bolt moves. And Dragon Rush. Again, with no guard. Yeah. You think it should A? What if I wanted to put it here? Maybe here. Because remember, it also has Hustle. And Dragon Dance. Like, Dragon Dance, Triple Axle, Gunk Shot, and then Dragon Rush. Like, part of me wants to put it there. But I have a feeling you'd lose your mind. He does need Dragon Dances to get off to take opt for the speed. But one could argue his typing is better as well. But it's also more volatile against the hardest fights in the game. He's 1 point cheaper. Typing's better in general, except against 145, 195, and 200. But, like, at 145 and 195, by the time he gets to Rayquaza, he should already have a couple Dragon Dances off, and then the typing will be a benefit. Yeah, he'll get 2 Dragon Dances off by the time he gets to Rayquaza. And then you're Dragon Rushing Rayquaza with a Hustle No Guard Double D Dance. Maybe even Terra. You probably don't even need Triple Axle at that point. We're getting there. Hold up. I'm still thinking. Yeah, I'll put it there for now. Plus, it's easier to get than Zeraora, which isn't a huge deal, but... Just about the same stats as the last guy. He gets 10 more special defense and loses 20 speed. I think those are the big differences. Volt Absorb or Slush Rush, kind of the big ones. Water Absorb, so you can get Volt Absorb and Water Absorb. There's someone else that could do that. I forget who it was. Yo, Goober. Anyway, 2 immunities that heal are really nice. Lets you switch in pretty easily. Mountain Gale makes sense, I think. Aqua Step to help boost your speed. High Horsepower, sure, hits hard. And Shift Gear. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I knew Lantern get both, but not at the same time. There's another Pokemon that got 2 immunities. Oh, Maractus got 2 immunities. It was Well-Baked Body and Water Absorb. These are all really good. You definitely want some wide lenses. But these are all solid. Avalanche, Freeze Dry as well if you want it. Bolt Beak. Icicle Crash. These are solid. Shift Gear definitely pulls it all together. Little bit of a letdown after the last guy, but I still think solidly A tier. Shift Gear is really good. He's kind of like Electivire with Shift Gear, Mountain Gale. Just with the Stab Ice typing to go with it. I'm going to put it there. It's still really good. Regieleki. Usable HP, good attack, awful defense, awful special defense, good special attack, insane speed. Transistor and Electric Surge, there you go. Nasty Plot, Ice Beam, Earth Power, Electro Drift. These are all kind of nutty. Don't care so much about Electro Drift. Ice Beam, Earth Power are great. Which is good, because it doesn't get a ton in here. Electro Web, I don't care about Extreme Speed. It doesn't get Electro Ball? Big reason I don't like Electro Drift, especially as an egg move, is it only has 5 power points, so it gets used up pretty early, and you don't need that much power. Later on, it's good. There's Electro Ball. You need TM for it. These 3 alone are really good, though. When I was running with this guy, a lot of time I would run these 3 and then throw Electro Web in instead of Electro Drift. This thing's solid. The super high speed Nasty Plot really synergize well. He's frail, which is kind of the biggest thing. I don't think his special attack stat was that high to start. 80? 100. Little too frail for my liking. It might be. I haven't done the math or anything. Alright, we have more left than I thought. Do they have the Ultra Beasts? Thought I found a tier list that had everything. Do they not have Raging Bolt? They might not have Raging Bolt. We'll get there. Let's do Palmy. I love this guy. This guy carried me through Scarlet. Oops. Slightly below average HP, really good attack. Slightly below average defense, below average special defense, slightly below average special attack, good speed. Volt Absorb is cool. Iron Fist as well. Transistor, sure. Natural Cure, eh. Egg moves Drain Punch, Meteor Mash, Jet Punch, Plasma Fist. Alright, I guess you want Iron Fist. Revival Blessing is cool to have on your team. Nuzzle as well. No physical setup in here. That's kind of the big thing. Also, no ice type moves. Get bulk up, close combat, ice punch, there it is. Don't even get sword stance. I think because in VGC he probably just provides Revival Blessing, maybe a little bit of damage and utility, but he might be too slow, but I have no idea. He's cool to have on your team. I think definitely usable. Not someone I'm super excited about, but I think solid enough. I think I'd probably drop here. Here. Revival Blessing is good to have. Also, let me check this real quick. Alright. Iron Fist, Hold Absorb, Transistor. All except Meteor Mash get resisted by Rayquaza. Turn to this. Revival Blessing. Muzzle. Outside of Revival Blessing, I don't see anything insane about him. And, like, I use this guy quite a bit in Scarlet. He struggles at 145, he struggles at 195, he struggles at 200. He doesn't have a way to make up for any of that. Well, the only way he's getting Ice Punch is through TM. $145 Plasma Fist hits Rayquaza neutrally at 145, resisted at 195, Eternatus resisted at 200. Eternatus is going to shrug it off because you can't set yourself up anymore. Yeah, look, yes, Iron Fist boosts the fire type moves, the same issue still applies. %. Maybe? Yeah, no, this guy just doesn't do enough when you want him to. You can bring him along for Revival Blessing. Maybe a Nuzzle. But you could use him early on. He just doesn't do enough. Yeah, no, he goes there. Because at least these guys, like, have great speed and can set up and have Ice-type moves for coverage. He has an Ice-type move, maybe if you find, if you find the one TM. Nope, he goes there. Belly Bolt just wants hugs. Really good HP, below average attack, good defense, really good special attack, slightly above average special defense, low speed. Electromorphosis, static, and damp. Yeah, probably going Electromorphosis. Static is inconsistent. Stamina is pretty cool, though. Keep boosting your defense. Yeah. Electromorphosis helps. Egg moves, Parabolic Charge, great. Scald, great. Earth Power. Electroshock, if you have the rain up, it's great. The common egg moves in general are really, really good. I mean, same thing kind of applies. How are you hitting Rayquaza? This thing could be a little tough to remove, to be sure, with his high HP and stamina. Same with Electromorphosis and Parabolic Charge. Definitely could stick around. You get a burn off. You can start doing damage over time. Earth Power is solid to whittle down their special attack. I think this thing's better than Palmot. It just doesn't have an X factor. No Calm Mind. No Nasty Plot. You have Electro Shot, but you need the rain. I think it's better. If it had a way to set up with Parabolic Charge, it would be significantly, significantly higher. There you go. Yeah. I mean, he's not bad. Costing 3. Anyway, Kilowatt Troll. Slightly below average HP, attack, below average defense, good, like really good special attack, below average special defense, and great speed. Wind Power, Volt Absorb, competitive. Sheer Force is nice. Competitive could be good on this guy. I don't know what stat would really be lowered that much unless you're in an Intimidate zone. That'd probably be the big one. Volt Absorb's neat as well. Wind Power, abilities aren't bad. Nasty Plot, Splooshie Blast, Sandsphere Storm, and Wild Bolt Storm. Except there's no accuracy boosting in here. There's no Compound Eyes or No Guard or Drizzle or anything like that. Electro Ball, it is fast. Pluck could be interesting. Volt Switch, Discharge. Hurricane. Again, this thing kind of wants rain up. Does it need... It gets Tailwind through there. Yeah, this thing really wants rain up. Doesn't even get Drizzle. Or, no, we want Rain Dance, not Drizzle. Blah. Doesn't get Rain Dance. Like, these aren't bad egg moves. It's fast. It can set itself up. Splishy Splash is good coverage. Then you have Discharge. But its other moves that want to use are inaccurate. I'd say because of the speed and setup, it's better than Tadbulb. If you get a couple wide lenses, it's pretty good. I'd say like here. Maybe. No ice type move, no dazzling gleam. I don't think I saw Moonblast. No. Did you get Blizzard? You didn't even get Blizzard. Seems they're storming out with Eternatus at least, but yeah. Just, its best moves are too inaccurate, doesn't have a way to make them 100% accurate. We'll put it there. Into the Paradox Mons? Yeah, start with Sandy Shocks. Slightly above average HP, usable attack, good defense, really good special attack, slightly above average special defense, good speed. Ground electric typing. Resistance, electric surge. Alright, you'd set yourself up. That's pretty cool. Egg moves, Morning Sun, I don't love. Nasty Plot plus Ice Beam is a good combination though. Thunderclap again, fine. And you already have pretty good speed, so it's not that big of a deal. T-Wave, Tri-Attack is kind of Earth Power and Discharge through level up is really, really nice, and that's about it. This thing's fine. Nasty Plot, Ice Beam, Earth Power, and Discharge makes for a really solid set in general. Thing's not crazy, but being able to set up your own terrain, set up a Nasty Plot, and have solid coverage across the board is really good. I don't think I'd put it quite up there with everything else. I'm for sure I saw Sandy Shocks in here when I was going through things. Man. Yeah, for sure I saw it. Just use this. Yeah, I'm gonna use Magnazoner. I think it's there. Bottom right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought for sure I had it. Do you see Raging Bolt as well? No, neither do I. Alright, that might be the one that's missing. We'll get to it. Let's talk about Iron Hands. Amazing HP, amazing attack, really good defense, below average special attack, slightly below average special defense, poor speed. Poor speed hurts. Court Drive, Iron Fist though is really nice. Bulk Up being its setup move kind of sucks, but okay. Drain Punch, really, I love moves that heal yourself while doing damage. Plasma Fist, sure. Ice Hammer, your speed's already low, so what if it goes a little lower? Fake Out, Thunder Punch, Heavy Slam, Close Combat, Wild Charge, Belly Drum. It's got options. As long as you can hit them. Yes, it does. %20. Yeah, I think it's too slow to be anything else. And it doesn't have the best physical setup move. I think I put it there. Does get sword stance. Ah, I know what you gotta grind for. I'm just waiting till he gets more variants. Alright, Iron Thorns. I used this guy quite a bit, because he was one of my last epic eggs to get a shiny for. Good HP, really great attack, really good defense, slightly below average special attack, slightly above average special defense, slightly below average speed. Rock electric typing, which you don't see outside of Alolan Graveler, or Geodude, I believe. Quark Drive, Sandstream. I mean, it also boosts its special defense, I believe, which helps. Also chips away at opponent's Pokemon usually. Diamond Storm boosts its attack even more. Shore Up, Shift Gear, one of the 2 best ability or setup physical moves in the game. And Plasma Fist, really good. Level up moves, Electric Train if you want it. Iron Defense, Thunder Fang, Ice Fang, and Fire Fang. Yes. Why pick one when you can have them all? Gets Rock Slide as well if you want it instead of Diamond Storm. Earthquake, Stealth Rock. You could do a couple different things with this guy, which is really cool. I think he's really good. He struggles against Steel types. He struggles against Rayquaza. Struggles against Eternatus. Shift Gear is really good, though. You can carry for a while there. Because of the higher speed, he goes there. It's very close, though. You could definitely make the case. Yes, and against ground types. Thank you. I was forgetting one. No, he goes there. Really, really good, though. Use that guy a lot. Again, I've hatched 50 of them as an epic egg Pokemon. Looks like we only have 2 left. Right? Unless we're oh no, we got Raging Bolt. Let's do Miraidon. Good HP, slightly above average attack, good defense, really good special attack, really good special defense, really good speed. Hadron Engine and Compound Eyes. Really good combination. Frost Breath, Wild Bolt Storm, Spatial Rend, and Rising Voltage. These are all really good. Rising Voltage, I don't care as much about. Really wish they'd stop giving 2 of... I gotta... Welcome back. Out of curiosity. Huh. Looks like we've been surprisingly decent today with no bots. Yeah, Compound Eyes plus those egg moves is really good. Even at level 1, Dragon Breath and Thunder Shock is fine. Shockwave is good. Parabolic Charge to heal himself. Get these. Yeah. You get good stuff in here. I mean, I have decent Nightbot settings now, I think. Fun fact, when I first found this guy, I found the rare shiny. Like, when I first found this shiny, yeah, I got the rare shiny. Yeah, this thing's just too good not to put an S. One thing I didn't check, hold up. Does get Dazzling Gleam if you need it. Does not get Nasty Plot. Has limited setup options after Hadron Engine. He's not gonna go as high. There. Limited setup options means he will hit hit a cliff. He will start to fall off unless you really get lucky on soul dews and calciums. Or whatever damage boosting item you're looking for. Alright, Raging Bolt. Really good HP, slightly below average attack, good defense, really great special attack, good special defense, slightly below average speed. Photosynthesis and Beast Boost. Okay. Beast Boost isn't as good on this guy as it is on other Pokemon because his speed isn't really high enough to really take advantage of it. I want to put that out there. Nasty Plot, Flamethrower, Morning Sun, Electro Drift. I really kind of care about Nasty Plot, Flamethrower, and maybe Electro Drift. Morning Sun's just too inconsistent for me. Twister is a spread move you can have early that you get Stab on, Shockwave Solid, Stomp as well, Dragon Breath, Discharge, Calm Mind. You get a little bit of setup in there. Thunderclap, Rising Voltage is kind of cool, Dragon Pulse, Thunder. I mean, this thing's fine. It's good. Like, it's good. It is good. Its lower speed definitely holds it back. Let's do this for now. Or we'll do. Okay. It does have nice level up moves. Although, did it? My worry is with its low speed, it's really going to struggle against Rayquaza and Eternatus, because even if it's set up with Beast Boosts, it's going to struggle to outspeed Rayquaza. And with its Dragon typing, it's going to get hit very hard unless you tear into Electric. Even then, Rayquaza could hit you very hard. Dark is the second to last typing. Next week might be Psychic. I think we have Psychic, Ice, Dragon, Dark, and Fairy left. Maybe in that order. I'm going to put it here. Yeah. Yeah, Psychic, Ice, Dragon, Darks, Fairy. Alright, the last one. Yeah, they do. Usable HP, really good attack, really great defense, below average special attack, below average special defense, really slow speed. Sturdy, probably what you're going to go for. Galvanize is cool. It's electric type pixelate or refrigerate. Dry Skin, also pretty cool. It illuminates your water weakness. Thousand Waves is a cool ability. I love Stone Axe. Extreme Speed is funny to me. And then Bulk Up. Yeah, some stuff in here. You just don't really do enough. You're a little too specially frail and you're a little too slow. I think to round out the list... it goes there. If you have Galvanized, Extreme Speed could be funny. But I think it goes there. Yeah, yep. I might do a tier list after all of this where I take all of the S tier Pokemon and do a tier list of them. Be a lot of Pokemon. I think it'd be over 100 Pokemon. That's the electric type tier list. Trying to see if there's like anything I would change. Like I almost want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to put it. This is one I'm kind of the most happy with. There are a couple things I could quibble with, but I think in general, this is pretty solid. I like it quite a bit. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I probably will not be on tomorrow. I think I'm hanging out with a friend tomorrow. So Wednesday or Thursday, I hope, and we'll go from there. There is a new Pokemon game I want to start playing on stream, and we'll see. Fun and zappy stream, exactly. Yeah, hopefully I'll see everyone for the next stream. Have a good one, and take care.